Mr. Shifu? Good time? Bad time?
Time is an illusion. There is only the now.
So now's a good time?
Oh. You must take the next step.
Well, that is a clip from the DreamWorks hit movie Kung Fu Panda. 3, actually. It was released earlier this year, and it's one of several successful movies the animation studio has released since its inception in 1994. Now, Comcast, one of the largest broadcasting and cable companies in the world, has announced its NBC Universal division is acquiring DreamWorks, and many experts say the nearly $4 billion deal is a match made in heaven. CCTV's Shraysi Tandon has that story.
Media giant Comcast has announced its entertainment arm, NBC Universal, is buying DreamWorks Animation for $3.8 billion. Under the terms of the agreement, DreamWorks CEO Jeffrey Katzenberg will give up his CEO position, but will stay on as a consultant. DreamWorks shareholders will receive $41 in cash per share, a roughly 50% premium from where the stock was trading at before reports of a pending sale started to emerge.
And I think that it's probably as good a marriage as Jeff Katzenberg was able to find for DreamWorks. He'd been obviously trying to find a buyer, but he wanted to get a good price. He wanted to get a price that he felt it was worth, and certainly to make money for his investors. But I think he also wanted to find a home for DreamWorks that fit for the company.
Since DreamWorks Animation's first film, Ants, which was released in 1998, the company has raked in over $5 billion at the box office here in the U.S. The studio's biggest blockbuster was the 2004 film Shrek 2, which made $436 million in the U.S. With numbers like that, some say the deal will allow Comcast and NBC to better compete with the likes of Disney.
They want to be able to compete with Disney, or at least to have as high a profile as Disney, which is going to be tough. But nonetheless, by buying DreamWorks, you have a much larger library. You have a lot more places where you can have stuff made.
In addition to competing better with other studios, the DreamWorks acquisition will give Comcast greater inroads to one of the most lucrative markets, China.
Katzenberg's big deal, I mean, it has been China. I mean, he really has made a real effort to try to find ways that they could build the business there. And I think that in a place like China, which is a tricky market, simply having someone of his stature to be able to sort of push your product forward, whether that has to do with consumer products or getting distribution for films or obviously the theme park kind of thing, I mean, that's great. And I think that because he's being retained as a consultant, it seems from talking to people that that'll be an obvious area.
Now, most experts seem to agree that the deal will be approved by regulators before the end of the year. But if the acquisition is not approved, Comcast will have to pay DreamWorks Animation a $200 million breakup fee. Shraysi Tandon, CCTV, New York.